Hello everybody, this is Zaraks, and for this bonus video I'm going to be doing potentially something really silly, but in my ongoing pursuit of trying to video every single figure which has been released under the Generation 1 banner from all sides of all corners of the world, shall we say, including the Japanese and European exclusives. Unfortunately, I'm getting very close to Black Roritchi, which of course is the in fact, funnily enough, for those of you who don't know who he is, this was his Earthrise version, just happened to be there, that came out obviously a few years ago. So this is of course the Japanese variant of Fast Track. Now obviously the newer one doesn't suffer with GPS. Now I've been in some cases really lucky, in some cases not so lucky. Anybody who's seen my curse of gold plastic syndrome with the Stratosphere figure, I didn't get away with that one at all, and I haven't got away with a couple of the clear plastic ones. Again, all of these videos, if you want to watch them for your amusement or horror, I filmed, so that's another reason why I suppose I'm doing this. I think I started obviously with transforming Black Zarak himself into robot mode. I literally took loads of people's opinions on whether or not I should do it. The overwhelming feedback from people who owned it, people in the industry, people who, you know, buy and sell these sort of figures, was just don't do it. But for me, because I wanted to get him on the shelf in robot mode, I took the decision again. Maybe most of you've seen that video as well, and I managed to get him into robot mode. This guy, however, is a completely different ball game, different kettle of fish, whatever sort of phrase saying you want to say, because he's pretty much all made out of gold. So I'm just going to have to do it. As I say, it could be really good. It could be one of the silliest things I've ever decided to do. In all honesty, it is something that I've toyed with doing because I've got a Master Force shelf. And of course, I wanted him on it. I'm not going to, as I say, I bought these figures and I still buy the figures for myself, and, you know, the fact that, like everybody who's got a collection, whether it's just a few bots, whether it's a lot of bots, you know, we all know that feeling when we get to look at them or just experience them and just enjoy them. And that's the main reason, because I wanted this figure for so long. I didn't just want to keep him in a box, and I didn't just want him then sitting. A would have took up way too much space, and yeah, I wanted to see him in robot mode. Again, people who know this channel or know me, my favourite figure growing up, even though I was lucky enough to have Optimus Prime and Megatron, was and always was Scorponok. I just think he's amazing. And as soon as I saw this in my adult life, just the deco on it, the colour scheme is just second to none. So I need to try and get this out and make sure, of course, that he doesn't fall out. If you've seen the review of this figure that I did do, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to turn my back on you guys for a minute or two. I chickened out in the video. I actually did. I actually chickened out in the video of getting him out. So for those of you who are unaware, yes, so these, the stories all over the internet of these, of people opening up the boxes and them just being literally in pieces. I've been really quite lucky. I'd love to perhaps display the shield, but I know that I've got to open it on that hinge and it doesn't look good. So I haven't got his shield out. The guns on the side, I think I've took 2 out. I've left 2 in because I haven't bothered putting the ones on the back. I need to get actual Black Zarak out as well, but I'm never going to move any bits on there. So I'm going to get him out and place him very carefully on here. And then, yeah, this is the one I completely chickened out on. And you're going to see why, because he's made out of just his solid gold plastic. And I'm looking at it now thinking, what am I doing? What am I doing? As I say, I've had luck with Black Zarak himself. It hasn't damaged. A couple of the monster bots, Bristleback, I'm really lucky with. No issues with him. The only one I've really had an issue with, and I keep forgetting his name, is it Skyhopper, the big Mega Pretender from the Autobots. I'm looking at it now thinking, what am I doing? So he comes packaged. He probably wouldn't have the little arms on, but I think I put them on now, and I think that was about it. I'm just gonna go for it. There's nothing else I can really do. The top half's gone relatively smoothly. Trying to stand him up, because again, if this goes realistically, I probably won't see another because nobody sells them individually because they just perish away. And I can't afford to buy a new black zarak. I'm going for the toes. I'm going for the toes. I'm going for the toes. My heart just stopped then. It clicked, but I thought it was a click snap. It wasn't. It was a click that it moved into position. So I'm about, what, I've got 45 degrees to go. I need to make sure that it's going to clear everything, and I'm just holding everything as tight as I can. If I can just get him so he looks like he's barely standing up. It's so stiff. I don't think this has ever been done, which is making it even worse. Because when I got the figure, it was, most of the stuff was bagged up. This is the stupidest thing I've ever done. I genuinely feel a bit sick right now because I've come so far. You're nearly there. You're nearly there. You're nearly there. You're nearly there. Right, that's what I'm going to do. It's not full straight, but it's enough. Should have wore a heart monitor when I was doing this. It's enough. It's enough to do it. I'm buzzing now. Is it going to balance? Can I balance it on something? Just let's see if this holds him just for a second. And I know it's not the most sturdy of things, but success. Just I must be really lucky with the luckiest black zarak ever. Not going to put the little guns in his hands for obvious reasons, but there you go. You're going to see him in more detail in the A to Z. So there you go. Look, well, maybe some of you might be disappointed that it didn't break on me or whatever, but or you all had a laugh, but I managed to do it, and he's going to go nice and safely on a shelf right now. But there you go, guys. Thanks for watching anyway. Another one I got away with. Right, take care. I'll see you soon.